anyone who heats up cereal milk, consider yourself a psychopath. They're massaging the acid into my hair, and it was awful. And then the horse is looking at the cat. it's so confusion.
What is the closest you've been to beating your girlfriend at golf?
Ooh.
Are we good to go? We're rolling on both? Perfect. Hello everybody and welcome back to the P1 podcast at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. As we've just started this, of course, there's an F1 engine revving up, getting it from a cool temperature to a warm one. But I am here, not with Tommy, he's at a wedding, finally the audio's a little bit more relaxed. I'm here with Alex Albon. Alex, how are you doing, my friend?
Hello, very good. Shame Tommy couldn't be here.
But you are, so thank you.
Thank you.
Off the back of a triple header, so
yes.
Probably caught you at the worst time. You just want to go to bed, don't you?
I am a walking zombie right now. But yeah, I've just chucked a few espressos down me.
Lovely stuff. Yeah. Right, so we have compiled a list of questions from both myself and Tommy, who of course couldn't be here, and also some fan questions as well.
Yes.
They are all kinds of stuff. All right.
I can only imagine. I'm looking forward to it.
Let's dive into it. The first one comes in from msully013.
Yes.
What is the closest you've been to beating your girlfriend at golf?
I've beaten her at a hole.
Okay, one hole.
Yes, one hole.
What happened on that hole?
She was in the bunker. She got a bogey, I got a par. And that's all I can remember. It's such a core memory for me because
you deleted the rest of the round.
Yes,
You're like, that
because
one
I
hole.
beat them on that one hole. So you could say I'm a pro now.
How did you celebrate out of interest? Were you
Smugness.
properly? Yeah.
No, I had to be like, I was good. Yeah,
Who's the golfer here?
I was like, well played, guys. If you need some tips, let me know.
Love it. Okay, so one hole, but not very close over a round.
Like, bad.
Okay.
But once I kind of realised there's an unlimited amount of balls I can use. I can kick the ball if it's behind a tree.
Drop it out your pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Lily lets me do that. So she's very. She's like, just have fun. Whilst I'm working and actually practicing, you go and I'm like,
you go hit your ball.
Yeah. I'm like this, I don't know, this dog that she just lets run around.
Just lets off your lead.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Next question, and it's more to do with Formula 1 this time. From Messiah 0009. What is the most valuable piece of advice you have been given by a fellow driver, former or current?
It's a good question. Fellow driver, honestly, DC has been very good. I remember when I first joined Red Bull, he really kind of opened my eyes to the discipline and also creating your routine and your scheduling around, like really prioritizing yourself. So he was very organized in his approach to racing, making sure that he committed all of his time, all of his brain to the racing. So I don't know what you call that.
I'll say that's good advice, isn't it? And good mentoring a little bit.
There is no quote to give that. It was just more about get your organised.
Fair enough. Okay, that's a good piece of advice to be fair for everyone, not just F1 drivers. Question, and you've kind of mentioned about gaming. Do you still do any gaming, or was it a lockdown thing?
I don't know if a bit of that whole lockdown thing exhausted me from gaming itself. Like that period where we started doing F1. Well, back then it was the Codemasters F1. People like George ruined it because he was so good at it. He put so much time into it, but he got to a level where he was basically like a pro.
Yeah.
And then to be half competitive, you had to commit. You had to go all the way and spend time. And I was just thinking to myself, like, what am I doing? Like I wake up, I go training in the gym. I go training for this game. I go back training to the gym. I then go back training for this game, and I'm like, you have that competitiveness in you, but at the same time, it was like, ugh. But very recently, I've got back into it, so more casually with friends. But yeah, just not racing games though, just random stuff.
Okay, this next question. So we asked Carlos, we had him on the podcast at Zandvoort, what his hair care routine is.
I shampoo it once a day, that's it. Never conditioner.
Not conditioning?
Never.
Alex Albon.
Good genetics.
What is your hair care routine?
I have destroyed my hair in the last 2-3 years, like totally destroyed it with all the bleach that was used to kind of get it white. So I'm in a recovery process. So I have to use Japanese hair conditioner, shampoo and conditioner. Lily gives me all her potions and lotions and whatnot. She's like, you got to use this.
You're like, okay,
Your head
okay.
use this. And I'm like, okay, fine. So that's my routine.
Next question, and this is tied in with Goodwood. What would be your dream classic F1 car to drive here?
Oof. I mean, I am in the Williams racing garage.
I think we know where this answer's going, but...
So it's a Ferrari. Michael Schumacher's Ferrari. 2004.
Oh, what a machine.
Yeah, that would be cool.
You're a big Schumi fan, aren't you?
Mega Schumi fan, yeah. So he was like, clearly very obsessed. And I had photos of that car on my bedroom wall everywhere. So it would definitely be Schumi. And just to feel what that car's like. I think obviously he had a driving style that a lot of drivers struggled with, and I would like to feel what that's like. Like, what if I went back in time and I drove his car around the track that he did well at, or whatever, and he felt that car was good. What is his version of a good balance? Like, is that balance with the groove tires? Is it just this alien feeling car, or what was that?
That'd be fascinating, though.
Yeah, it would be. I think so. Yeah.
Because when I was growing up, Schumi caught me from the minute I watched him. Maybe it's because I'm a Glory supporter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What was it about Schumi that caught your
That's
eye?
probably
Winning.
I had an obsession with Ferrari, just generally the road cars, and I loved the color red. And then Formula One came along. I was about 5 or 6 years old, and I think. For sure, there must have been a glory element to it, but there was also the approach that he had. I think he was when you look at Michael, he was clearly this just fanatic perfectionist, and in terms of how he approached racing, not just the driving, but the approach with his team and building that morale around the team, his commitment to the sport, fitness, whatever it may be. Is really impressive. And so I've told this story before, but my bedroom was, I had red walls, I had a red bed, I had a red duvet, I had red carpet. Imagine red carpet.
I'm just imagining walking into this room right now.
It looked like a murder scene. it looked awful. I had a red alarm clock, a red lamp. Like everything.
Was there anything not red in there?
No, nothing. Everything that could be red was red.
Like Ferrari red as well?
Ferrari red. That bright, like Rosso Corsa red. So, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I think you win the Schumi fan.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, next question. Actually, it's back to the hair.
Okay. As I'm wearing a hat.
Lumiescence. When will you dye your hair again? By the sounds of the answer you've just given, probably not for a while.
Not for a while. I need to recover, and it's still fried. I mean, my scalp was bleeding. They didn't know what was going on, and then my hair was turning orange, and then they had to go again and re-go again, and.
So why won't it turn white?
I have no idea. Then they were massaging the acid into my hair. And it was awful.
I can see why you won't dye your hair for a while.
And I think to myself, once you go kind of platinum or blonde, and then I would say red is the next safest option. But past that, then you're going into the blues, the greens, the purples. And I don't know. I don't think I can pull that off.
No.
So
okay, so you're going to give yourself a rest for a little while.
Yeah.
And it's probably a wise decision. Yeah. Question from me: what is it like working with James Vowels? I find him utterly fascinating to listen to.
Yeah.
The way in which he just constructs sentences and answers, it's mesmerising. What is it like to work with him?
We do team talks on a Thursday morning. And it's either to the garage, to the race team, or sometimes it'll be at the factory, whatever it may be. And he always goes first, obviously, and the speeches he gives, and then he goes, "Alex, do you have anything to say?"
What a follow-up!
And I'm just like, "Hi guys,
thank you.
Today's gonna be our weekend. We never know. Dig deep, guys. We got this." And he's giving these metaphors and these feelings, and I'm like, I just feel like an idiot. And I think that's what. James is so smart.
Yeah.
He has a great plan. He has a great idea of what needs to be done. He's very honest, almost too honest sometimes. I was in the middle of renegotiating or extending a contract But looking elsewhere, truthfully, as well, at the same time. And he was telling me, well, this is going to take longer than I first thought. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not that good. But he always has a plan, and he really pushes through. And you can tell he really does want this team to succeed. And he's a very smart guy, and I believe in what he says and the process we have. So, yeah.
But he needs to make you go first when you're addressing the factory, and then he can do his thing.
I think either way, I'm going to look like the idiot. So maybe I'll just do another day, or
Alex will be here tomorrow to let everybody forget the speech from today. Okay,
Yeah.
That's fascinating to hear, because he's just in every interview I'm just there like, wow, there's a lot of words I don't understand in this.
I'm there just with the dictionary, going through it. Yeah.
Next question: which of your pets is your personality most like? How many pets have you got now?
I have 12 cats, a dog, and 2 horses. So we're up there, 15.
Yeah, you got solid amount.
To be honest with you, I'm not that close to the horses. I'll hold my hand up.
Hopefully they're not listening.
Yeah. The cats more so, but I have a strong connection to Stan. His name's Stan. His name's Hugo. His real name's Hugo Boss, but we call him Stan. And or Horse. He can go 3 ways.
You call him Horse,
which can be confusing, because then the other 2 horses, the 2 horses are like,
cat and
are they calling? Is he speaking to me? And it's like, no, we're speaking to the cat.
I can see the confusion.
And then the horse is looking at the cat. it's all confusion. But him, because he's grumpy. I wouldn't say I'm grumpy, but I'm.
You're at the end of a triple header. We'll let you.
I'm at the end of the triple header, and he's got that kind of a bit of a resting bitch face. But he's a loving guy, deep down. So, and he's just one of them. He's one of them cats. He's a little bit on the larger side. He loves to sit on the staircase on his back, but he barely fits on the staircase,
So
and his stomach hangs out, and he's just there like this.
I wish I was you right now.
I was like, that you're my dream. Like I want to be you. But yeah.
Okay, that is an amazing explanation. Yeah. Do you have any weird pre-race rituals? Are you superstitious? Do you wear the same socks if you scored points the weekend before?
So I used to be, and Thai people, I would say, are very superstitious. Just Buddhism in general. Yeah, I think it creates a bit of superstition within everyone. My mum is extremely superstitious. So I got that from my mum, and then as I got older, I was like, this is not healthy, actually. Because there were moments where I was like freaking out because I forgot to put my right glove on first. Not like in a crazy way, but why have it in your mind? Why make it be something?
Back to DC, just get rid of that.
Get rid of it. So I went through a little period where I was like, I'm going to prove myself wrong. So I did everything as unlucky as possible.
Okay. And you DNF'd?
No. That was I did that during my season in 2020. Right.
Right, never again.
And that was it. And I've stopped doing. I don't have anything now.
You're Tommy's dad's favourite F1 driver. Can you say hello to him? And his name is Dean.
Hello, Dean. Your son's not very serious about this podcast, and he's not really committed. So I think you need to have a word with your son. Thank you very much for being a supporter of mine. Maybe we should have had Dean on the podcast today.
Mate, I didn't ask if he was around.
Yeah, that would have been...
He's going to be gutted. Yeah. I think he lives in France. He would have made the trip.
Wow. Well, maybe we'll catch a coffee in Monaco one day.
There you go. Dean, write that one down. Thunder Muppets asks...
Thunder Muppets?
Thunder Muppets. If he warms up milk and pours it onto his cereal, does that mean it can be considered soup, and is therefore an acceptable evening meal?
It's a good question. Anyone who heats up cereal milk is a psychopath. So don't consider it a meal, consider yourself a psychopath.
Okay, that is perfect. Right, we've asked every single driver we've had on the podcast this. What's one rule you'd change in F1?
2-day race weekends. That's it. Very simple. I think, why not? I don't mind going to more races, but just make it 2-day race weekends.
So how would you split that up?
Practicing quali on Saturday, race on Sunday.
What, 1 practice, 2 practice?
1 practice.
1 practice, quali.
Just get it all going. Like 2-day race weekend. We don't need to drag it on.
Spoken like a man off the back of a
Press
triple.
conferences, get rid of them. Like,
Yeah.
let's relax with them. Maybe we can do it on a Friday if we really need to. But that's my rule. And then anything else, for me, just get rid of all this hybrid stuff.
Get rid of the hybrid stuff.
Go old school. Go renewable fuels. I think realistically, how much does the engines contribute to the environmentally friendly parts of Formula One? I don't think it's that much, really. You know,
Okay,
there's a lot more we can do with the way that we travel, with everything else.
100%.
And we should focus on being net carbon zero rather than reducing the pollutions in the car that we're driving. So if we can offset that,
Then let's get the naughty engines back.
Exactly.
Nice. What a way to end. And the engine is literally about to be fired up, so we're going to end the podcast there. Thank you so much, Alex. Really appreciate you coming on. And we'll see you very soon. Oh, beautiful. What timing.